Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. Right on my hands is The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 117. It's written by Robert Kirkman, penciler is Charlie Adlard, inker Stefano Gaudiano, coloring by Dave McCaig, lettering by Rus Wooton. Alright, so for those who don't know, Walking Dead Deluxe is The Walking Dead reprinted, except this time it's colorized. There's also a backup comic by Derek Hunter. I knew it was Hunter. Totally forgot the first name, though. Derek Hunter, that's fairly entertaining, but I think the thing that really stands out is there are notes from Robert Kirkman about the comic themselves, his kind of original notes to lay out the issue, and he does commentary on it, which I think is actually the most interesting aspect out of all of the issues that have been released. So we are in All Out War. It is part 3 of 12. Now, for those who don't remember, All Out War was the battle between the various communities and Negan, with a lot of action, a lot of death, a lot of destruction, and apparently a lot of strategy. So the previous issue was kind of like the first wave of the attacks, and Rick ended it by unleashing a whole bunch of undead on Negan's headquarters, basically trapping him inside. Nice strategic move. Interesting strategic move. It is a solid event, and really puts these two communities, or these two groups, against each other, which is kind of fascinating. This issue, though, is really Negan-focused, and I think actually a really fascinating Negan-focused issue. As we get a little bit of like Rick and his strategy and what they're going to go do next, but a lot of it is Negan and his community stuck inside dealing with the walkers, and also the person they captured from, I think it was the previous issue. He thinks it's Andrea, it's not, so he has this whole plan, and when he finally realizes, nope, got the wrong woman, his plan goes to crap, and he gets a little flustered, and you can kind of tell that he's flustered. It's a really interesting issue in that we see Negan kind of off his game when it comes to that. Like, he's not quite sure what to do. He kind of knows the general what needs to be done, but not exactly how to go about it. And you can see when he has plans and they kind of like don't quite work out the way he thinks. He definitely gets like off his game, and the very have some issues with that. So to me, it's a really interesting issue that way. The other aspect of it is the end of it. One of Negan's community members is about to try to rape their hostage, and Negan kind of catches him in the act and steps in before he can actually go about it, and basically reads this guy the riot act, and it gives like. Makes Negan a hero in this instance. Like, this is a horrible human being. He does really horrible things. But I've talked about it a bit, is that he's a little bit more complicated than that. He does have a set of rules he lives by and wants people to live by. And one of them is, like, no rape. He realizes that he has to, it has to be a community. They have to get along. They're going to have to work together. And that's just a line you don't come back from. And, he kills the guy. Like, it's this is like the unacceptable thing. They'll kill people as like warnings. They'll kill people as lessons. But this is something you don't do, and I think it's really interesting, especially this coming from Negan, who's a guy of basically like coercing all these women, clearly kind of against their will, to be part of his harem, and we would assume having sex with them. So the fact that he's not willing to cross like just straight up rape is a really interesting aspect, and shows there is like he does have a rule set in his head that he lives by. Whether or not those rules make sense is a whole other thing, but there are rules that he kind of lives by, and things he kind of tries to keep like straight in a way. Like these are the things that we keep focus on. These are the rules. You do not cross them. So to me, it makes the character a lot more interesting. That I think he's given a lot of credit for. Of course, it's Negan being Negan. There's a lot of F-bombs dropped in this. There's a lot of messed up stuff said. But it's intriguing. It's a really interesting issue focused on him. And we get to see him attempt to lead and attempt to kind of like gather his forces and get things going again. So yeah, like art consistently is solid. This is a series that definitely delivered, and Was very consistent in the look and everything, and it was always a solid thing. I think the colorization doesn't really change things like I thought it might. I thought the colorization might make it a little bit grosser, but it's not. So in that way, it's kind of a good thing, because otherwise it might become a distraction. So as I keep on saying with all these reviews, I think this is a great series. Even after all these years, it still holds up. If you've never read it, it's a great way to go about reading it issue by issue. There's extra stuff for fans who have read it and maybe want to go back. But it's fun to revisit. You can go get this in comic shops. We've got a link beneath our video. Put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you help support our site. And just watching our videos support us as always, so thank you as well. If you're into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. And of course, we're on Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.